Hello, hi friends, you are welcome to today's class. In this class, we are going to look at how to find the basic trigonometric ratios of the special angles. Now, we are going to look at how to find these angles by using the hand method. There is a shortcut method that I want to introduce it to you, and then you will use your fingers, only your fingers, to calculate the sine or the trigonometric ratios of the special angles. So the angles include 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 0 degrees, and 90 degrees. Also 60 degrees is also part of the special angles. So after this class, you'll be able to find the basic trigonometric ratios of these angles. And then the trigonometric ratios is what? Sine 30, sine 30, cos 30, sine 45, and then the rest. So let's look at how to work on it. So when you see your hand, let me say this is your hand. These are your fingers. Okay, so we will name this one 0 degrees, this one 30 degrees, and then this one 45 degrees, this one 60 degrees, and then this one 90 degrees. So you see how the names are allocated to your fingers. So the little finger here is 30 degrees, followed by is 0 degrees, sorry. The little finger is 0 degrees, followed by 30 degrees, followed by 45, followed by 60, and then by 90. So you are simply going to look at how to find the trigonometric ratios of these angles by using your hand. So in the method we are going to use here, for sine theta here is what? Root of below over 2. So if I say to find sine 30, you say root of below over 2. You may not understand what I mean, or what I simply mean is that to find sine 30, then you pick, to find sine theta, you pick theta. Which finger does it fall on? So if it falls on the third finger, then the root of below is how many fingers are below the third fingers? The third finger, which is 2 fingers. So you take that root 2 over 2. I hope you get what I mean. So to find sine 0, is the root of below here will be 0. So that will make it sine 0. Sine 0 degrees here will be what? Root of below, which is 0. Because if you pick this finger, there is no finger below that one. So we take the root of sine 30 here to be 0 over 2, which is 0 degrees. So it means that our sine 0 is 0. And then we pick sine 30. So when we pick sine 30, which is this finger, so we take the root of below, which will be the little finger, which is 1. So our sine 30 now will be what? Root 1 over 2. So sine 30 will be root 1 over 2, which will give us 1 over 2. So this why sine 30 is giving us root 1 over 2, which is 1 over 2. You know that root 1 is still 1. So the root of below, which is only this finger, so root 1 over 2 will give you half. And when we take sine 60, when we take sine 45, so we go next to sine 45, we take this finger, the root of below, which is 2. So you take 2, root 2 over 2. So sine 45 here, we have 2 fingers below the 45 marked finger. So our sine 45 here is root 2 over 2. So now let's go to sine 60. So sine 60, as you can see it here, there are 3 fingers below. So we say root of below, which is root 3 over 2, as you can see it. So our sine 60 degrees is what? Root 3 over 2. So that's our sine 60, and then we come to sine 90. So sine 90 here, we have root of below, which is how many fingers? So this is 90 finger. You mark this finger 90. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So root 4 over 2. So our sine 90 will be root 4 over 2. And then root 4 here will give us 2. So this will give us what? 1. So sine 90 here is 1. Now let's go to cos. So the cosine of this trigonometric or the special angles here is what? Root of above over 2. Root of above means that if you pick the finger you want or the angle you want from these various angles, then the number of fingers above divided by 2 give you the cosine of that angle. So let's take cos 0 degrees here. So cos 0 degrees, you pick this finger. How many fingers are above this one? We have this 4 above it. So our cos 0 here will be what? Root 4 over 2. And then that will give us 2 over 2, which is 1. So our cos 0 is 1. Now we'll go for cos 30. You go for root of above over 2. So that's cos 30. This is the finger mark 30. So you have 3 fingers above the 30 mark finger. So we say root of 3 over 2. So we say cos 30 here is what? Root 3 over 2. Root 3 over 2. And then we'll go for cos 45. Cos 45, this is the finger mark 45. So how many fingers are above? 2. So we say cos 45 here is what? Root 2 over 2. So cos 45 degrees is root 2 over 2. So cos 45 is simply root 2 over 2. Now let's go to cos 60. So cos 60 degrees, this is the finger mark 60. And you have only one finger above. So that's what? Root 1 over 2. Which will give us 1 over 2. As you can see. So cos 60 here is what? Root of above. So this is the finger mark 60 and this is the only finger above. So root of above over 2. So it will give us half. And then we count for cos 90. So let's put cos 90 here. So cos 90 degrees will give us. So when we pick this one, cos 90 here, root of above, there's no finger. So that place is what? 0. There's no finger above this one. So that gives what? 0 over 2. That makes cos 90 0. So as you can see it here, cos 90 here is 0. So thank you for watching me. God bless you. Please don't forget to subscribe.